All right, let's talk about Dr. Cap. She is, well, I'll just read the bio. She's a functional medicine provider and a PhD biochemist, and she integrates modern physics-based spirituality with root cause medicine to help people understand the true nature of reality and their role in shaping it. Her work empowers individuals to generate vitality from within by aligning with the energetic structure of the universe through coherence. I love that sentence.
Yeah.
By translating complex scientific and spiritual principles into accessible insights, she offers tools to create lasting well being across mental, emotional, physical, and energetic domains. And I always have enjoyed my conversations with you, Kat. Uh,
Likewise.
you're always on the cutting edge. Of course, we first met you through our beloved Reverend Jeffrey. A big shout out to Jeffrey, who we're going to see in a few minutes.
Cosmic connector.
He is that, isn't he? Kat, share with our audience a little bit about your experience of the rising of consciousness, both in your own life and, if you wish, how you're seeing it out in our world.
Absolutely. Yes. And it's been really fun to see all the different, people coming at it from all these different paths. So, people were learning, I'm watching podcasts on people who are doing out of body experiences like astral travel, as well as, I mean, Vox, that was incredible. Oh my God. My whole body just took off when you started singing. I did not know what to expect, and that was absolutely incredible. So, I mean, something like that to experience, because that's information, right? That was a whole transmission there. And we got even though it was sound, I mean, it was in massive information, right? We all got energy upgrades there. And so I'm watching out of body experiences, people doing astral travel, near death experiences, people studying like the science of consciousness, like Vedanta, which is what I study. Also physics, people doing, scientists studying neuroscience and AI and physics. It's all coming together to help us understand what reality is. And actually, I want to share this quote with you because I came across this recently and I love it so much. And I think it's really pointing to what we're understanding about reality. And I'm going to put it here in the chat. And it's by Rumi. It says, I've lived on the lip of insanity, waiting to know reasons, knocking on the door. It opens. I've been knocking from the inside. And what science is doing is it's revealing spirituality. And it's really showing us that, God or source is not something out there. It's right here. It's this seemingly empty space. It's our physical bodies. It's us. There's really just one mind here, right? And this is not just philosophy. This is literally physics. Physicists are saying this too, that there's really just one mind here. It's not just that we're all connected, right? It's not that we're just connected. There's literally one mind. And it's one mind appearing as many. And I really feel like all these different, ways, all these different aspects of society are contributing to this understanding. And we're entering a new era where that will be the understanding. That will be our, where we, because really how we live our life is based on who we believe we are. And when we understand ourselves as source, literally, not just of source, but as source, then that's going to change everything about how we interact with everything, right? With the external world, which is not really outside of us, it's inside of us, ourselves, our relationships, everything. It's going to change everything.
And how about your life? How are things changing in your life as you've embraced all this information and your ways of seeing the world?
Yeah, so it's interesting because I found, in probably like simultaneously when I discovered functional medicine. So I was in biotech for 20 years, and I I discovered functional medicine, which is root cause medicine, which addresses the root cause of disease and not just masking symptoms with medications. But I discovered functional medicine, which so it's addressing the root, right? And almost simultaneously, I also discovered the science of consciousness, Vedanta, the Vedic science of consciousness, with which reveals to us our true nature. So it's not like we're trying to become something. It reveals to us what we already are. And so it removes doubt about who we are, that we're not just this physical body, but we are bodies of consciousness. And so that's really the root cause of all disease on all levels, mental, emotional, physical, is when we don't have that understanding of our true nature, that creates all disease on all those levels. So what I find is that I couldn't really practice functional medicine without also addressing this information, like asking people and discussing with them the true nature of reality. And so that it's kind of morphed into where I'm not just seeing clients with functional medicine, I'm seeing clients with functional medicine, but also integrating this knowledge because that really is the root of any disease. And then also, I'm teaching classes now on the nature of reality, which I never thought I'd be saying. So it's been really fun.
That's wonderful. That's really, really wonderful. And what's the latest with Nassim? I know that you and our friends, follow his work and are kind of, part of that. Tell us a little bit about what's the latest coming from that part of the world.
So Nassim Haramein at the International Space Federation has unified the two fields of physics, which is essentially what Einstein died trying to do. And what makes his work extraordinary is not only does it output all the values that we have actually measured, and the the competing model, which has been string theory, really outputs nothing. It doesn't output one value that we've measured. But so Nassim's model outputs pretty much all of them and also unifies all the forces. And what it also does is it shows how this seemingly empty space is creating matter and therefore our physical bodies too. So it's really extraordinary. Um, and they're doing good. I mean, I think they're still trying to get some, so still working on technology. They're working on gravity control, and they're also doing technology for agriculture, or I guess you would say biological. So they're life sciences, right? So when you start to understand how this field is producing matter, there's health benefits, right? And also getting, crops to grow, uh, getting, crops to grow better, more efficiently and healthier. And so they're doing gravity control, biotech. I'm putting all of that, what I just talked about, in the biotech category. And then uh, extracting zero point energy, extracting energy from the field to fuel our homes and to fuel our cars and to create new technology. So I think they're doing good. They meet what they put out every month. They have a meeting on once a month, and they show what they're working on. And they also are really big into educating everybody. Because, if you think about it, our current model of physics or science that we have in our schools that are teaching our children are really just focused on the material world, matter, right? So they're not focused on what connects matter or what's creating matter. They're not focused on the non-physical. And there's a famous quote by Tesla that says something to the effect of, when humanity or when science starts um, investigating the non-physical, they'll make more progress in 1 year than they have in all of its existence.
Mhm. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I want to again acknowledge our friend Reverend Jeffrey Colebrook, and IATA writes, Dear Jeffrey, you have introduced us to many wonderful people, and Cat Lewis is my favorite. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And with that, I'm going to show a couple things. Since we are talking about the International Space Federation, and we've done a few shows with the ISF, this is a wonderful website to check out. If you go to spacefed.com, that's spacefed.com, and become a member, I'm going to accept your cookies. And there's just all sorts of interesting information and knowledge and wisdom there. And if you're wanting more information about Dr. Cat, you've already heard from both myself and Thea Therese how much we love her and learn from her. Her website is very easy. It's her name, Dr. Cat, K-A-T, Lewis, Lewis, Dr. Cat, K-A-T, Lewis, Lewis.com. And life is supposed to feel good. And Dr. Kat's going to show you how to do that by sharing her wisdom, her tools, and taking all of this amazing life that she's had and providing it. So definitely, I strongly encourage you to work with Dr. Cat. She's wonderful. And we're going to actually see more of Dr. Cat in a moment because she's going to be part of a presentation with Dr. Dave. So we will be bringing you back up in a few minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you.